Hey guys, welcome back. We're just going to take a look at Bitcoin, ETH BTC, Bitcoin Dominance, the dollar, and SPX. Just real quick, not going to be a long one today. I'm going to probably along the way show you a trade I'm in, how I got in, and things like that. So this is Bitcoin on the monthly, and we talked about a high, a low, a higher high. Are we going to make a lower low? Not sure, but we're coming down. We broke monthly market structure right here. You can see that. We broke below this candle wick and closed down here. So we are bearish on the monthly, and take some of this off and we'll kind of take a closer look. Let's get rid of some of these. Take off this fib. We got the sweet spot marked out right here, thinking maybe price will come down to this area. We'll have to wait and see. There's a few areas I would kind of like to mark out. And one is this yearly high. Okay. And I've marked another area down here. This is the kind of high January 2021. And if we go down to the monthly, we'll take a look. There's this high here, kind of the March 2024 high. And price is kind of in between here. You know, this is the yearly open right here, and we're kind of in this range, kind of right in the middle of it. We've just had this, like I said, monthly break in market structure. We've been out bearish as of right here. If we go down to the weekly, we can see that as well. We got a weekly sweep through here. Take out this old range I had, and we've also got a bearish order block. Which turned into it's now a breaker. So we've got this weekly breaker right here, because it was a bullish order block, so it's a down candle that caused an up move that broke market structure here. We swept these highs right on the weekly, and that was first indication that market might have been turning. And then we have come down and we've broken through this weekly order block, making it a weekly breaker. So if we were to come up here, that would potentially be a sell signal. But if we go down to the 3-day, we've kind of already done that, right? Here's that weekly breaker. We've kind of broken through market structure. We've come back. Get rid of this. We've come back and we've tapped it, and then we've traded lower, right? So are we on our way down? Potentially. Yeah, we are. It's breaking market structure on the 3-day, almost broke market structure here. But if we go down to the 1-day, can take a quick look at that. And on the 1-day, there's a daily breaker here, and I've got it marked out, and price is just kind of sitting right around here now, right? So on the daily, this is a bullish order block, right? The down candle before the up move that broke market structure, and as we come back through it, it gets broken right here in this zone. So now this becomes a breaker. So when the price comes back into it, we can technically short the underside of it. So that's what I was looking at, and I'll show you now how I kind of got into this trade. Go down to the 12-hour. So that's 12 hour. And what do we have here? We have that daily breaker, right? This is on the 12-hour. So it's come through, and I was watching this 12-hour breaker. Sorry, 12-hour order block. And so this is a bearish order block, right? It's an up candle before a down move that broke market structure here. Came down, so a retrace into this zone. I was thinking that price may come up here, and then on the low time frame, the 1 hour, we could see a shift back into the higher time frame bearish 12-hour daily, etc. pattern down. And I'm looking to target down here, because this is a zone where there's a daily order block in here, and 12-hour order blocks, and I'm thinking price is going to come down in this area eventually. So right now it's gone, and price has come up on the 12-hour, and it's swept this area. Let's get magnet mode off. It's swept this area on the 12-hour, right? SFP. If we look closely, we can see it swept that area. It swept top of this 12-hour order block right into this daily order block, the bottom of the daily breaker. And we'll zoom into the 1 hour. Well, we'll go 4 hour, just so you can break it down a little, one more stage. So you can see how price in the 12-hour, it's come down, it's come back up. Got these two sweeps here. So now after I saw these and price close in here, I went down to the 1 hour and took a look at that, and I was watching this 1 hour order block here. I'll take this, get rid of that, and that's that 12-hour order block. And I was looking at this, right? So price, I was waiting for price to come back into here and see what it did, and it came back in, swept the high, couldn't close above it. And so I went down to the 15-minute when I saw this price action up here. I saw these SFPs, I went down to the 15-minute. And I started to see a shift in market structure, right? You could see market structure breaks there. I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see this a little better. So these are all the SFPs on the 1 hour and the 12-hour, but within that there's these 1 hour SFPs. And then what was happening is that I could see on the 15-minute, it broke structure on the 15-minute right here. And so between that and the 1 hour, go back to the 1 hour, I could see that price was coming down, and I'm thinking that this is a shift on the lower time frame to get in line with the higher time frame market structure, and that price will come down into this zone. So what did I do? I took a short. Go down to the 50-minute, and I'll show you. I'm in a short right now, and I don't suggest, this is not financial advice, I don't suggest you copy this trade or anything like that. but I put my stop here because I don't think it's going to go past the midpoint of this daily breaker. It may come up again, but it's already SFP'd a few times. Price is breaking down, and got to leave a little bit of room just to be safe. And stretch this out here. I'm going to head back to the 1 hour. And my target is the midpoint of this 12-hour order block, and that's a 6.26 R trade. So we'll see what happens, see how it goes. You know, it is heading down, and a lot of people probably wanted to get long, so there's stops resting under here that this could easily take out and go right back into this area of liquidity, which is a 12-hour kind of block of orders, daily order blocks within here. I think, is this a, yeah. So anyways, that's my target because of this. There's lots of orders, lots of structure in here, and I think eventually potentially come down here, but this is a good area to get taken out, and maybe look for a bounce, come up here, counter trend trade, but right now this is where we're at, and that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Yeah, so we'll see what happens, just level to level, but this is how I got into that trade. You know, daily breaker, so price comes back into it. That's a short potentially, but we need reasons, we need more confluence, we need more evidence that price is going to go down. So it comes all the way up, it's 12-hour sweep, all these levels, right? And in the mix, and then when you zero it down, zoom it in, sniper entry, you start seeing this price action, and leads one to believe when you go down to the 15-minute that price is becoming bearish on the low time frame, which is going to happen first, right? The price is going to be, market structure is going to shift on the low time frame. It's going to be a 15-minute market structure break, and then it turns into an hour market structure break, and then a 4-hour, and then a 12-hour, and a daily, and potentially higher. So we know that price is going down, and we're looking at a bounce up into this potential area of resistance, this daily breaker, for price to start to turn around, and it looks like maybe this is what's happening. I'm willing to take a long, and if that fails, that's okay. It's 1 hour risk. And another area I'm looking at up here, I don't know if price will come this high again, but potentially it could, is say price comes down, doesn't hit my target, starts to turn around, gets up here, maybe an SFP into this area. We'll see. If I'm stopped out here, right, if I get pardon me, if I get stopped out here, get rid of this line, 1 second. If I get stopped out here and price comes up into here, I'm going to be looking for the same type of price action up here for a possible reversal. But it'll be tricky because we'll see what happens. But if the 12-hour closes up here and past this level, that would mean that the 12-hour is now bullish. So maybe this was the bottom, and now we're looking for longs. I'll have to wait and see. But right now, my bias is bearish, and so those are the trades I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to look to trade with the trend, not counter trend. If you're trading with the trend, it's a high likelihood of a success than if you're trying to do a counter trend trade. Counter trend trades are good. Counter trend trade is, say, when the market's going down and you're trying to long, like you could have done it down here, but you want to have tighter targets and really define your risk, because if the higher time frame is bearish and you're longing, then you want to just kind of get in and get out of the trade in this kind of run up before it turns. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Let's not talk about that anymore. I'm going to switch over to ETH, take a look at that, and we'll start off on the monthly, kind of work our way down just real quick. Yeah, I had this trend line here. It's clearly broken through that. The monthly is bearish. It's closed. Where's my... The monthly is bearish, right? We closed below here. This candle closed below these wicks. I'll be below this green wick, this bullish wick from this bullish candle, right? Prices come all the way down, break in market structure. We're bearish on the monthly. That's a high time frame indication that the bears are fully in control. We've come down now, and we're into this area here, which is, this is a bullish order block on the monthly, right? Down candle that caused price to go up quite a ways, and we're hitting some resistance in there, so who knows. I have to wait and see. I don't have a trade on Ethereum right now. Go to the weekly, and yeah, I mean, I pulled a fib from the bottom to the top, right? And this is the sweet spot. Remember that? I just show it here, right? We're down right into the sweet spot, and the point 705. That's where price is. Do I think it's going to bounce from here? It's hard to say. Depends what happens with Bitcoin. Depends what happens with Bitcoin Dominance, which we'll take a look at right now. Here's Bitcoin Dominance. It's still going up, right? So compared to everything else, Bitcoin's still going up, even though price has been going down. So take a look at Ethereum BTC, which is basically the inverse of this. Looking for one day potentially, when this stops falling and turns around, ETH might get a bid, catch a bid, and move up, you know, compared to Bitcoin. Towards the end of kind of cycles, this typically happens, right? Bitcoin starts dropping and ETH starts moving up for a short period of time before eventually it comes down to. So this is a monthly order block that I have marked out here, and we've just taken out this low, but we're still coming down. Maybe take out these lows, I'm not too sure, but there's, you know, we're on the weekly here, and there's no real evidence of this thing turning around. It's just capitulating right down, which probably means it's going to stop sooner than when it was up here and slowly bleeding. It's kind of really starting to go, so the end might be near, but who knows when that is. We just have to wait and see. Trade level to level, that's all we can do. Stocks down, not good. We're on the weekly, and look what's happened. We broke down on the weekly. We're bearish on the weekly, and typically when that happens, like down here, it's not good, and it leads to much lower prices. So see what's going on politically. Trump saying this and that, and it creates uncertainty, and markets don't like uncertainty. So this is going down, and the dollar, we had this range on the dollar marked out from last time. Remember that? We got this monthly range in here. Price has just been going up and down, you know, bottom of the range, top of the range, down to the 0.79 on the fib, kind of the sweet spot, back up, kind of the sweet spot up here, the top 1/3 discounted area. They pushed price back down, and then it broke out of this range, and we were thinking, is this a deviation? It kind of looked like it, and yep, turned out it was. Came back down. It's at the mid-range. You know, if you short it here, you target the mid-range, and if it breaks down here, then you target the low, and then you see what happens. Could take out these lows here. It's quite a bit of price structure over here, that could operate like a breaker. If we go down the monthly, we can take a look and see that right here. See this? That's a monthly bearish order block. So it's the up candle that led to a down move that broke market structure. All this got taken out by this candle, right? So then price came down. This is monthly, so this is taking years. And prices come back above, right? So when it breaks through this bearish order block, it becomes a breaker because price has broken through it. So just like on Bitcoin now, we're shorting the underside of the daily breaker. Well, when this came down, you could have longed the top side of the bearish breaker. So price came down into this, and that's a buy. Look, it went right to the 50% of this monthly breaker and then came up, tapped it once, tapped it again. The more times the price hits the level, the weaker it gets. So potentially if this came down, this could break through here and you know, take out this low. We'll see, maybe get down into this monthly order block. Don't know, have to wait and see. But you know, this will move a lot slower than anything in crypto. But typically when this is going down, it's good for crypto and risk on assets. But because the whole market's kind of pooched right now and there's so much kind of political uncertainty, the SPX is going down. Everything's just going down right now. You know, if it comes to the point where they start lowering interest rates again, that'll be probably enough stimulus to get things back in order. But for now, things are bearish. So it's not financial advice. You know, stay safe. Don't risk more than you afford to lose. Yeah, take care. We'll do this again in a week, and I'm hoping to put out another video within the next couple days. Just on, not sure what I'm exactly going to do it on yet, but I got a couple ideas, so stay tuned for that. And hey, if you've watched this whole thing, much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button. If you leave a comment down below, I'll personally respond to it just to say thanks for watching.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and notifications as well for your next videos.